Elementor just dropped version 4.2 beta version, and this now gives us the atomic loop. Now, please bear in mind, you need to be using the beta version, and if you are going to test it out, make sure it's on a test or a staging website and not on your live production website until the final version of 4.2 is released. When you go over to Atomic Elements now, you're going to see loop. By the way, I should point out that as part of 4.2 beta version, they also give you the grid as well, because before we only had the flex, but I'm going to focus on the atomic loop. Let's go and drop the loop in. So very similar to the version 3 flex loops that we used to have. We can select if we're on post or products. I've got some posts on here, so I'm going to leave it on post. And then we got the sources. Now, the source before was inside of, I believe it was the query tab you had to go in to do that. Well, now we've got it all in one place, and I think this is a much better fluid way to work. Now, if we did have some custom post types, we could go and select them, and I have got one over here called Angie Quizzes, which I'll probably show you in a later video, but I'm just going to leave this as posts. And if I decide I want to exclude or include certain categories or author, I could do that. So if I was to go and pick term, and then I type in gas giant, which is one of my categories for my posts, I could go and select that. So if I wanted to focus on only that particular category, or I could have everything and I may want to exclude a certain category or an author or even the current post. We do have a neat little filter almost built in here, so maybe I only want to show posts from the latest week or the latest month, and this can be quite good. And don't forget, you can go and set your ordering. Now I'm going to show 4 posts because that's all I've got. I'm going to set it in ascending order. Now you will notice at the top over here, and I hope you can see it, it's already giving me almost a preview or letting me know what posts or what information would come through. This is before I've gone and added in any items like a heading or a featured image. Now below down here we do have structure. This is to set your pagination. I'm going to enable that, and I'm now going to go back to show 3, and we can see previous and next because I've got 4 posts. From the pagination type, it only gives me the option for previous or next. There isn't anything else there for me. Do like the way that you can switch to either a page load or an Ajax if you are going to now start going to the next page. You got your ID down here, which is quite handy if you're going to hook into it via a code snippet or do something with Angie, or if you are going to use the filter builder that I built out where you got to drop in a query ID to make sure it works. Now the style tab isn't going to show you anything interesting really other than what we already know about version 4 Atomic Elements, whereby you can go and build in your classes or add a class name because it might be something you've already built, and pick a class you've already created. But let's just focus on actually building out a loop grid, because as I've said, once you've dropped it in, it gives you almost like a preview. Well, it's not really a preview, but it's letting you know if you build this out, these are the items you're going to see in this particular order. Now if I go and hit preview, nothing is visible because I haven't added in my elements. Let's just now expand on the actual loop widget. So you can see the pagination, which is there, and there we got the previous and next. So this is interesting. I should have gone here first. So now if I wanted to, I could actually go and change the style, and I can go and change the text. Aha, I did not realize this. So I'm now going to put before. So that's quite neat. Because it's an atomic element, I can add in my own styling. I could have a completely different colored before button and a different colored next button. I could even have different font families. I wouldn't recommend you do that. You want to go for consistency. But if you wanted to do something really funky for your website or your clients, you could do. Let's now go to the loop layout, and we got loop items. So this is now where we're going to build in our particular loop item. It's going to be interesting to see, does this now follow it through, or do I have to build them all out one by one? Before we do that, when I click on the loop layout, all I can really do is go and set some attributes and a display condition. So let's now go to the loop item. We're going to click edit loop item. And this now opens up something we're quite familiar when it comes to loop grids, where we now get to build our template. So I'm going to hit the plus sign, and I'm going to drop in a flex box. And I'm not going to go through all of the things we should be quite used to by now. And if you're not, go and watch my other videos on version 4 flex containers and how to build out. And don't forget, we have got the Elementor course that you can use or see via YouTube membership, where I work on a full-blown version 4 Elementor Atomic website. It's a yoga website, but we really do go to town on that. So obviously, when you go into your flexbox, you can align it, row, column, spacing, padding, sizing, all of that. But to keep things simple, I'm going to drop in a version 4 heading, and I'm going to drop in a version 4 image. Now, I'm just going to go to my flexbox, and I'm just going to set it as a column for now. Go back to the plus sign, and I'm going to drop in another heading. Now, that is a pretty ugly loop item I've created, but I just want you to appreciate and understand how we use it. So I'm going to go to my heading now. I'm going to click the dynamic tag, and I'm going to select the post title. So that will bring through the first item, which is Earth. Let me now go to the second heading. Please don't forget to go and set your tags accordingly. So this might be a H3. And this is where I want to add in the category. However, I can't do that. And I'm struggling to find a way to do that. So normally you would go over and you would select, say, your post terms. By the way, please don't forget, if you do scroll down, you have got other information for if you were going to use this for your product. So you have got product terms there. And none of these items here are going to give me the category. The archive meta isn't going to give it to you either. So am I looking in the wrong place, or is that just not there yet? So I'm just going to get rid of that title for now. And please do remember, this is looking really, really ugly. I've not styled this out. Don't forget your loop item. You can go and do your border radii, your border color, whatever padding you want to go for. Let's now just go over to this image. I'm going to select it, and I'm now going to go for my featured image, and the featured image should come through as it has. I could also add in a button into here, which always looks ludicrously ugly, but I have got a video where I show you how you can set the default style. So whenever you drop in a button, it now won't do that, and it might adopt a style you've set for the website or one you just want to have whenever you're building out a website. I'll put a link for that in the video description. If I just go to layout and I hit align cell, and I go and give this a dark background color, and I'm just going to give it a text color of white, just so it's easy to see on screen. I could, if I want now, go over to where I've got link for my button, click the dynamic tag, and select post URL, so it will go over there. Or if you want to set a link on the entire container, let me just get rid of the button. I'm going to go to the flex box inside of the loop item. Remember, the loop item is your loop item, but we're creating the template here. Go to my flexbox, go to general, go to link, again click the dynamic tag and select post URL. And it doesn't matter where I am now, if I click on here, it's going to take me over to the post. But I do want to point out something quite important. So if I now click on the loop layout, I'm back outside. So before we used to have the save and back little button. Well, now you're out. Now here's something interesting that I really, really want to point out. If I go back over to my loop, can you see nowhere here does it say select template, or it doesn't kind of say what template you're using? If I go to loop layout, again, I don't have it, and I've just gone back through just to double check I haven't missed it, and I definitely haven't. If I go to loop item, it says edit loop item. It doesn't say this is the loop item you're working on. So before we used to have a bit of an ID and you could name it. So I now want to edit that. So I'm going to click edit loop item, and I'm now back into editing it. And I go over here and I can now start to mess around with my flexbox, etc. But if I wanted to add a different second alternate style, I can't see how I would do that yet. By the way, this is my first look at the loop item grid thing inside of Elementor beta version 4.2, so I could be looking in the wrong place, but we're learning as we go along. So at the moment, what I'm telling you is that you go and build it, but I don't have an ID and I can't do an alternate one. So from the get-go, this gives us the atomic way of building out a loop. Fantastic. But I do wonder if we're missing a few things. But if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. And just to check that I'm not getting this wrong, I've gone over to my templates where we used to have our loop items. Today's date is the 22nd of June, and I don't see no 22nd of June template over here at the moment. So where are those loop items going, and can we create an alternate one? I'm sure I'm going to experiment and play around with this a lot more, and I'll feed back to you. But this is a first look at the atomic loop, so you can build it out and you still have the luxury of using the classes and variables that you've been building with Elementor version 4. I'm Imran from Web Squadron. I hope you like, subscribe, share and follow. Have a play, beta version 4.2, test or staging website. Take care, see you soon, bye.